Hello. How was that buzzer without being able to see the countdown? That had to get everyone by surprise. Hello, hello, hello. What is up tonight, everyone? Sorry about the countdown not working. It broke at the last second. I promise. I promise. How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Fine Tuesday to y'all. What's up, Wolfgar and Colbart Gaming and Lotus Eater and Frizzy Wizzy and Lizardinic? What is up with these Twitch names? They're so hard to say. How is everyone doing tonight? Made a awful black red dredge deck that's only winning game thanks to Rogues milling me. That sounds sweet. That sounds super sweet. Hey, what's up, Barnabas? Enya RWS, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How is everyone doing tonight? Oh man, so we're going back to standard. I mean, Uro's gone. Standard is technically doing fresh. Got a couple of sweet ones. So here's my theory, chat. Here's my theory for tonight. I have two theories that we're working on. Darkwing Duck, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. And Electric Light, big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So here's my theory about current standard. We all know that the Omnath deck is everywhere. So Omnath is all over the place. What does the Omnath deck do? How do you beat the Omnath deck? And I have two theories on that we're going to test tonight. So one is the Omnath deck, it draws a lot of cards. If you've ever, we played it yesterday, you saw it go off. You saw the amount of cards that we draw. So in theory, if we play Mill, then the Omnath deck kind of helps us along by drawing so many cards, so then we can just mill our opponent out super easily. So we're going to start out with blue-black mill and see, maybe mill, now that Uro's gone, is the solution to all of our standard problems. So that's deck number one. Deck number two is one I've been messing around with. I think the other way, I like attacking the Omnath deck. And I don't know if this is a great plan or not, but my plan is to be aggressive and have good removal. So I've been working on this Shady Black deck, which is like this aggressive removal-y MDFC-based black deck with Scourge of the Skyclaves, Skyclave Shade, that's the shade for the deck. So essentially, like, being aggressive with black cards, having Blood Chief's Thirst, having Murderous Riders, having MDFCs to deal with our opponent's Omnaths to deal with the Lotus Cobras, have sweet like Drana action, like discarding cards to Liliana and Raikou, getting them back with Drana, reanimating stuff with Agadim's Awakening, plus we get tons of good discard, Grasp of Darkness, really good removal against the Omnath deck, so that's the other one. Modal double phase cards, so like Hagra Mauling would be an example, the land spell hybrid cards. We have 12 in the deck, full on, 4 Agadim's Awakening, 4 Hagra's Mauling, 4 Peleka Predation, so that's what we're starting with today. Play this deck instead. We're going to play both of them. We're going to play both. I promise. We're going to play them both, but we're starting, I think, with Mill. We got to try Mill because people love Mill. I mean, some people love Mill. I'm doing well, Bailey Gaming. How are you? I just watched your Budget Magic Mono White Taxes. It's planning me to revisit this list and turn it into Abzan taxes. Ooh, let me see who Kudos Oku. That sounds sweet. So hopefully everyone's doing well tonight. The other thing to talk about, what do you, Spell Lands? Spell Lands make sense. That's less clunky than MDFCs, which not everyone really understands, because every time I say MDFC, people are like, what's an MDFC? And it makes sense because that's a weird acronym. Ooh, the Texas deck looks fun. That looks super sweet. The other news of today, everyone. It's still happening. We're still getting spoilers from Secret Lair Walking Dead. They're still coming out. So today, I think we got a couple of potentially good ones, or at least interesting ones. This is the weirdest product. Hey, what's up, Amazingly Ready? This is the weirdest product you've ever seen, because normally when a new set is spoiled, or a new product is spoiled, people are rooting for good cards. The funniest thing is people, whenever a new card comes out for this, everyone's like rooting for the cards to be bad. People don't actually want the cards to be good. So we got Daryl Hunter of Walkers, which I guess is a pretty big character in Walking Dead. I'm not a big Walking Dead fan. Pretty interesting commander card. 4 mana, 4/4 human archer. At the beginning of your upkeep, you give your opponent 3 walkers, which I could go on an entire stream long rant about walkers. That drives me insane. It's a 2/2 zombie token. Why? Why in the world are they calling them walkers and then having zombie be the creature? Like, zombie's the creature type. So they're like, walkers is the name, but then they also have the zombie creature type. It is ridiculous. It would be like, okay, look at this. Look at this. We had food. We just had food. In Throne of Eldraine. So let's say instead of instead of being food, which makes sense, what if this was what if this was cake? Go and bake a cake. When you plus one Oko, bake a cake. Or like decapitate a pig. Like I feel like that's what they're doing with these walkers. But anyway, you give your opponent the zombies, then it can deal 2 damage to something by tapping, and then when a zombie dies, you draw a card. So you're giving your opponent zombies and you're killing the zombies and you're drawing cards by killing the zombies. Pretty neat idea. There are some combo-esque things. There's stuff that like does 2 damage whenever a creature comes into play. So that's an interesting one. We have a new donation. Our first donation from the night from Yori Inverse. If Wizards doesn't print these cards with a different name in the next set, we riot. Yeah, I mean, I think we're already rioting to some extent. The other card, and this is maybe the scariest of the bunch, Glenn the Voice of Calm. So, Glenn the Voice of Calm, the thing that's scary about this card is Legacy players are taking interest in it. So 3 mana, 1/3, Legendary Human Advisor. It has Skulk, the worst mechanic of all time. Well, not worst, but a pretty underrated and underpowered mechanic. But it can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. So essentially, it's going to be close to unblockable. When it deals combat damage, you get to draw cards equal to their power. Legacy players already talking about it being able to play it on turn 2 off of Noble Hierarch, and then attacking, drawing 2 cards the next turn. It's really sweet with Jitte. You can like Jitte to negative its power to 0, so it's unblockable, and then pump it up to 2, so you draw 2 cards every turn. We'll see. It makes me nervous. Like if this really did become a legacy card, we might be in for trouble. But anyway, that's the other thing going on. But that's neither here nor there. I think the walkers are name tokens like Ragavan. I guess that makes a little bit more sense. And Benny with the anchovies already. But anyway, we are milling them out to start things out today. That is our main plan for the day. Hey, what's up, White Lotus? I am doing well. How are you? Let's do this donation. Then we'll do our reminders. Then we'll start milling people out, maybe, hopefully. Day in Wildfire, $2 donation. Wizards is increasing the 3-year profitability margin in order to sell to Eshmandi, the second largest board game publisher in the world. So I've heard, thank you for the donation, Doug. I know that's something that, that Rudy has said before, that he thought that Wizards might be trying to sell Magic, or Hasbro trying to sell Magic. I guess I could, I don't know. I just don't know why they would sell like one of their only profitable franchises. Like that's the thing. If Wizards was like not making that money, I could see it. But why would they sell one of their like most profitable brands at a time when apparently, despite all of our complaining, they're actually making tons of money off of secret layers and stuff like that? El Rotato, but maybe that's what's going on. Honestly, at this point, I support the Wizards crew. I really do. I know a lot of people, I've heard people say like, oh, fire Mike Rosewater, fire whatever, Aaron or Gavin. I'm not on board with that. I really, truly don't think that that they are the issue. On the other hand, if Hasbro wanted to sell Wizards to someone else, I would kind of be okay with that, because at this point I put a lot of blame on Hasbro for stuff. That's my thinking of it. We talked about the other stream, trying to kickstart it or something to buy Wizards, and we decided it would be billions of dollars, and our Kickstarter would probably not actually hit that mark. Rosewater is definitely part of the problem. I mean, do you think so? Who knows who's part of the problem, I guess, but I tend to think that the problem's coming down from above, honestly. But yeah, so if you pitch in $5, I'll pitch in another $5. We're like almost there. Let me pull the calculator real quick. Anyway, reminders. First off, on Friday, special Among Us stream. It's going to be super fun. I'm excited for it. So 6 o'clock on Friday, I'm streaming, Tober's streaming, Crib is streaming, Richard's streaming. I believe Vince is playing. MTG Mudsta is going to be playing. Some other MTG names you're probably familiar with. So that's going to be super fun. It's still in development, but keep it out for that. Otherwise, replay YouTube. If you want to look back on the absurdity of yesterday's Omnat stream, check it out on the replay YouTube. YouTube, along with all the other stuff on the normal YouTube. Yesterday, we had a pretty fun bunch of Magic. I really like Scoot Swarm. I really do. I'm glad they didn't ban it out from under me, because Scoot Swarm is super fun. There was some Crim burn action. The weirdest Crim video. Crim, Mr. Play control decks 90% of the time, randomly shows up with a burn deck today. So if you want to see Crim outside his comfort zone, Crim is burning on the YouTube. Tomer had a sweet Omnath Commander video on MTG Goldfish Commander, so check that out. I got a rough drafts recorded against odds tomorrow, so ton of stuff going up on the YouTube that's worth checking out. Also, a reminder that our sponsor tonight, like usual, is Card Kingdom. And if you need some Zendikar Rising cards or other cards, you get them at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker. Just let them know you want one in the order notes. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the stream. Otherwise, the Discord is new and improved. The merch page has tokens, t-shirts, playmats. Good way to support the stream and the channel and the site. Among Us stream on Friday. Donations always appreciated. Already had a couple tonight. Never required. $2 or more get your message read on stream. So anyway, all right. Let's play Magic. Let's play Magic. I don't mind the idea of introducing unique cards in secret layers, but I dislike the idea of wanting them for Commander and not being able to get them anywhere else. I mean, that's the issue. That's the crux of the problem, in my opinion, is the FOMO, like the short-term aspect of it. Like, yes, they are unlimited supply. Anyone who wants them can get up to 10 copies of the Secret Lair drop, so you are going to have access to it. The issue is, after it goes off sale, which, it's up for a week, I think, but after that week ends, if you decide a month from now that you need these cards, or you're a new player, you need these cards, like, what do you do? What do you do? And they probably are going to end up stupid expensive. I saw some people posting clips of the, like, Silver Border Transformer set and also the My Little Pony set. They're selling for, like, $100 or $200 now, when they were, I think, much cheaper than that when they launched. And those are silver bordered. So they could end up getting ridiculously expensive. I'm still tempted to just, like, buy 10 of them and try to stick them in my closet and forget about them. I don't know if I want money tied up in Magic cards right now, though, honestly. That's my concern. Like, if I was more confident with the direction of the game, I think that would be a good financial move for, like, the next couple years. But if Wizards is printing Walking Dead secret layers with unique cards and banning cards every month, like, I don't know what the market's going to look like a year from now, or 2 years from now, or 5 years from now. Flamelord got my Savala CDH. Ooh, awesome. And Wasted for Life. Welcome you as well. Thank you. Big super cheer for you. All right, so, you mentioned something that we can submit decks for something a few streams ago. What was that about? So we do Fish Take Deck Tech every week, and I do a Fish Take article series showing off user decks that I think are interesting, and then we play some of them on stream, so you can always email them to me, savard@mtggoldfish.com. We got another, wow, I promise you we're going to mill people. We just got so much going on at the moment, so many donations, thanks to all of you, from Icy Doc, coming in with a $2 donation, $22.22. Hey Seth, looks like it's another month of subscribing. Time goes by so fast these days. Thinking about all the streams I used to watch before you had Facecam, what do you think is the biggest change that has been since you started to use one? Also Anchovy. I thought we were going to get through the donation without the Anchovy. The biggest change with the Facecam, I mean, I gotta wear pants when I stream now. Boo. I'm just kidding. I were, even when there was not a face cam. Even when there was not a face cam. No. Well, who knows? Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. We'll talk more about the secret lair in a minute. Thank you so much, IC Dog, for the donation. Let's start playing Magic, then we can talk, because I got a secret lair adjacent question for you. So, we're starting off with Blue-Black Mill, based on the theory that the Omnath decks draw a ton of cards. So, idea of the deck, trying to mill our opponent out, main mill cards, Ruined Crab, milling as lands come into play. We have Teferi's Tutelage, milling as we draw cards. We have, like, Frantic Inventory for card draw. Into the story, Seagate Restoration. We can potentially Glasspool Mimic our Ruined Crab. And then we got the combo kill of Seagate Stormcaller along with Maddening Cacophony. So Maddening Cacophony, even just, like, cast Stormcaller, cast Maddening Cacophony, that's 16 cards milled. But the real payoff is if we get up to 8 mana, Stormcaller, kick Cacophony, mill half your deck, mill mill half your deck again. That is a ridiculous amount of cards in our build. Enough that we can mostly get our opponent from even like 40 or 50 cards down to like 10 cards where we can easily finish them off. So shenanigans there. Plus we copy like our card draw spells with this sweet Thieves Guild Enforcer, good blocker, and some additional mill. A bunch of MDFCs, the flip cards, the spell lands, Hogger's Mauling for removal, Aghanim's Awakening to get our crabs back, Palaka Predation for some discard, Seagate Restoration, card draw, and that's basically the plan. We got Blood Chief's Ascension to kill the Lotus Cobras, Drown in the Lock for removal and counter spells, sideboard, bunch of discard, bunch of removal, some graveyard hate since we're milling, and that is the plan. That is the plan. How about is Winota in Standard? I actually think that Winota could be sweet. I think Winota Warriors is unexplored. Warriors, if you look at the warrior creature types in Standard, they naturally kind of work with Winota. Soft Echo for the 40th month. That's such a long time. Thank you so much. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I got mail everywhere. I played against this deck already today. It's annoying, but if it kind of drops a couple of big bodies, you can die fast. Yeah, that is a concern. We gotta hope our removal can keep us alive, but something like Questing Beast is scary for this deck. Irish Rager, $2 donation. Just want to say, I'm hoping the rules committee decide to ban the secret lair cards, hoping Wizards sees the backlash from the community against putting these kind of cards in just premium alternate art cards exists, and instead just premium alt art of existing cards. Yeah, that's what I would prefer too, or silver border. Although, I think what it really comes down to is how much they sell. Like, how much do they sell? If we complain and complain, and everyone yells at Wizards, but then it still sells 1 million copies, they're going to take that to mean they did the right thing, even though we complained about it. So I think, and I really don't know, here's something I was pondering yesterday. Do you think this is something that Walking Dead fans buy? Like, I'm sure that's part of the goal, because they're going on, like, Talking Dead and doing all this promotion stuff. Danny R., which you dislike more, Black Enchantment Removal or the Secret Lair? Ooh, don't make me choose. Probably still Black Enchantment Removal. Because that directly impacts gameplay. The Secret Lair just makes me worried that the game's gonna die eventually if they keep doing this over and over again. Icy Doc, 2-year resub. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, if you ever need a deck list, exclamation point deck will get you to it. All right. MDFC Tribal. So do you think that are there like Walking Dead collectors? Like, let's say no one from the Magic community actually bought this. Like, we all somehow, which is never going to happen, but we all somehow banded together and we're like, all right, we're going to boycott this product. We don't like what it means. Like, are they still going to sell a ton of copies? Yes, Among Us stream on Friday, 6 Eastern. But are they still going to just sell 1 million copies because of Walking Dead fans? Was my other question, which I don't know, maybe? I guess it could be possible that that's a thing. As someone, they seem like they're good for getting signed, but then I realized apparently Walking Dead is already has trading cards. That's already a thing that exists. You can buy like Walking Dead cards. So if you just wanted something to get signed, ugh. Do we cast this and risk getting countered? I think we do. No Jawari Disruption, please. The other question I had is, oh, they really do have it. Icy Doc with a bunch of gift subs. Little Jelly Beans. Corvus. SRPDS, about 50 Shades, Fishhook, and then Rovo coming in. Hey ho, another month. What do you think about Modern at the moment? Just started again with in fact. Ooh, that sounds spicy. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big super for you. I feel like Modern's in a decent place right now, honestly. Like, I feel like Modern is way better than it was a bit ago. I have been enjoying the format mostly when I play it. I still don't especially like Uro Pile with Mystical Sanctuary. Like, I find that deck very obnoxious, and that probably is the best deck in the format right now. But I still think it's in a much healthier place than it was before. Hey, welcome, Night Fox. How are you? Good to see you. Boy, we're not milling much, are we? We're not doing much of anything at the moment. Well, Clearwater Pathway on blue past the turn. Jawari Disruption. We needed that tutelage. We needed the toot. So I know most people are not a huge fan of the Walking Dead thing, but let's say, I think our opponent might be milling too, honestly, but let's say you could choose one. What would you choose? It has to be similar to the Walking Dead Secret Lair. TV show, other pop culture thing. What would you pick if you had your choice of... Even if you don't agree, okay, so, like, put aside your dislike for what it was. Like, let's assume, even though I know most of you don't actually like how the product is designed, which is, I don't either, so it's fine. But put that aside for a minute. What would you choose? All right, lands for days past the turn. Rick and Morty would be interesting. Frogger? I want Frogger. I gotta get Frogger. Arrested Development would be super cool. I'm not familiar, like, I know what Silent Hill is, but I don't know characters on it or anything. I don't play a land past the turn. This is the slowest start to a game I have ever experienced. I feel like our opponent thinks that we're a control deck. Oh, no. Oh, if it's like Blue Album Weezer, sure, but current Weezer, I don't know about that. All right, let's force something. Ruin Crab. Would you? Oh, opponent lets it resolve. Aghadeeb's Awakening. Untapped. Mill you. Opponent has Hagramalik. Well, we milled a lot of Frantic inventories. Opponent's almost out of them. Pass the turn. If we can resolve a big card draw spell, then we're in business. Then the business starts happening. We have another new. Oh, opponent also has Ruin Crab. Well, I guess we gotta actually deal with that. Counter you. Opponent did not appear to have a counter because I just snapped off. We have another new donation for Rum. Opponent plays a Pathway and passes. Yeah. Into the story. Give us some sweet, sweet cards. That is good news. That is very good news. Oh, we're gonna... If they don't have a counter, I think we just keep going. Oh, no, actually, we should get on tutelage first. Let's play tutelage. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. We're going to build them out. I thought we had another donation, but I'm not seeing it in... I heard the noise. But I'm not seeing it. We will discard a... Hagra Mauling. Mill our opponent. Play a land. Pass the turn. I kind of like where we're at. Oh, it's a Gorian verse. I need silver bordered Shrek cards with a donkey as an ass creature. Ooh, opponent. Okay, opponent's also into the storying. All right, so this is a mill mirror. Is everyone milling now? Did everyone have the same idea? Opponent has a Ruin Crab. Apparently everyone had the same idea about milling. What are the odds that we're in a mill mirror? Opponent plays a land, mills us. Teferi's tutelage. Mills us. However, if we resolve the Seagate Restoration, there's a bunch of things we can do here. I would prefer our opponent to just tap out, but we'll see. We draw a card. We will mill our opponent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 34 cards in our graveyard. Attacking is banned in this matchup for the most part. So we could Seagate Stormcaller. Cacophony. Mill 24? The question is, can our opponent kill us this turn? We could also just Seagate Restoration this turn, and next turn we can kick Stormcaller. Stormcaller Cacophony. Yeah, we can, but it only mills half of our opponent's deck. Alright. Draw some cards. Opponent. I don't like this delay. I don't like... Ooh, okay. Yes. That's a few triggers. That is very good. Oh, now we might be winning. I can't believe that resolved. Yeah, we can't copy Seagate Restoration, but we can copy Cacophony. Mill. 21. 19. Okay, so then we play Ruin Crab. We play the land. We mill our opponent. We sack the land. $14 cards. Island. Mill our opponent. 11 cards. And, alright, we will, I guess, pass the turn and hope we don't die. We might be able to get our opponent instant speed. Oh. Okay. Ugh. Oh, no. No. That's not good. I don't know if we're going to win this game or not now. Death Maestro, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. All right, we get build. Opponent has 7 cards in their deck. Draws and mills us. Down to 17. Land mills us. Hey, thank you, Desmiser, and I appreciate the subscription. Yeah, maybe we should have just cast it. Oh, really? How did they build the same deck we built? This isn't a deck I copied from someone. I just built this deck. Not like this. Jeez. No. Frantic Response doesn't do anything. All right. Negates it. Mystical Disputes it. Agonizing Remorse is in. However, how many lands do we have? We have 16 lands, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26? Are we greedy enough to play 69 cards? Maybe we just play 69 cards. Let's do it for the memes. Nice. Yeah, I guess we should have cast Cacophony. It wasn't lethal at the time, though. Like, it wasn't lethal at the time. But I guess it would potentially. That's a scary number. 23% lands. Well, okay. It wasn't lethal at the time, but maybe we should have just done it anyway. Opponent did not greatly side. I think they have 2 extra cards. They didn't go to 69, so I guess we should be favored now. Have you tried Vantress Gargoyle? Sometimes just beats down and picks up the win pretty quick. I have not tried Vantress Gargoyle. Oh, Thieves Guild Enforcer. We're going to go aggro, I think. Mill you. Get rid of your Scry. Thieves Guild Enforcer, mill you. And mill you. And now we can, I guess we go aggro with Thieves Guild Enforcers. Opponent has Ruin Crab. And a land and mills us. Ooh. 6 cards in the graveyard. Let's Clearwater Pathway on blue. Milia. Turn on Thieves Guild Enforcers. Hit ya. The beatdown has commenced. With this star, Ventress Gargoyle could actually be good, I think. Oh, dear. 2 crabs. 2 crabs is better than 1. Land. It mills us twice. Oh, 2 crabs versus no crabs is a bad, bad sign. Boat it. Passes. I'm gonna go to combat. Attack ya. Opponent takes it. Stormcaller. Alright, opponent counters. Well, we will kill a crab. Seagate Restoration. Tapped. Pass a turn. The Mike Arnold. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup here for you. I think that when Wizards finally prints the triple enchantment for blue, it'll be a mill spell. I could see that. Like if you would mill a card, mill 3 times as many instead. That actually seems pretty realistic. Well, go attack it. I guess we're actually rogues. Phone it down to 2. Remorse ya. Opponent negates. Sure. Pass the turn. You gotta deal with them both, or you gotta start jump blocking. Frantic. Ooh, that's a lot of card draw. They have 2 in the graveyard. Ooh, do we negate it? Do we negate it? Ugh, we can't let them draw 3 for 2. That's too good. All right, negate it. No sweepers. They shouldn't have sweepers in their deck in the mirror mill. The mill mirror. That just seems so crazy. Yeah, exclamation point deck will get you to the deck. All right, opponent. Can you beat the Thieves Guild Enforcers? Seagate Stormcaller. Passes. I'll go to combat. Attack. I know he could have killed when it went for lethal, but I don't think it's necessary. Opponent stays at 2. We pass. We got a counter in hand. And I think we might be getting... Ooh, 69? 69 card special. That's the secret to the mill mirror. We figured it out. You gotta sideboard up to 69 cards. All right, let's do that again. I mean, how can we lose? I'm surprised no one showed up to like a pro tour, a mythic championship with a 69 card deck, just so they could say nice. Yeah, more cards in deck make it harder to build. No, we're a 60 card deck overall, but we sideboard since we're in a mill mirror. And we kind of have a lot of lands in our deck-ish, although we're getting punished at the... Oh boy, this would be so sweet if we had more mana. The disputes are good. Like, everything about this hand is sweet, except we don't have a blue source. 1 land, 1 keep? 1 land, 1 keep? Alright. I mean, we got 69 cards in our deck. That means we're going to get lucky here and draw a blue source. Alright, opponent has a crab. Black source. Well, alright. Well, we drew a land, which is good. It wasn't the blue land, but it was a land. It was a land. Chrissy Boy Production. Thoughts on how to grow a platform as a small MTG streamer? Oh, there's not really a secret that I know. Oh. The magic gods have smiled upon us. Clearwater Pathway. Go to combat, attack ya. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The 69 card special paid off. That's what we get for having faith. So I don't think there's a secret to growing a successful stream. I think it's hard work. You gotta be consistent. You gotta get lucky. Like, I think that plays... Like, honestly, I'm incredibly lucky, and I know it. Like, I don't have any illusion that that luck does not play a part in your success in anything like this. I think working hard is the best thing you can do. Staying consistent, developing your voice, but there isn't any like cheat code that I'm aware of that can suddenly give you a successful stream. I wish there was. It would make it a lot easier. Leon's too. Giveaways can be good. Networking, any sort of crossover thing. I think. Ugh. The question is, do we play crab and go shields down? Or do we... Did our opponents cry top or bottom? Like, what's the worst thing they can do next turn? Teferi's tutelage? Alright. I have like a beard hair in my mouth. Well, play the land, Milia. It would have been nice to draw another blue source so we could do this and leave up a counter, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Opponent, much better drawing frantic inventories than we are. But yeah, crossover stuff could be very good. I think, especially when you're first starting out, anything you could do to get your name and content out there. Being active, interacting on other people's content, social media. All right, opponent's going to maul away our crab. Well, tutelage. Loot. Discard. And discard Cacophony for now. Milia. I really wish we draw a second blue source, but get it at ya. Opponent. Down to 17. Growing an awesome beard's actually pretty easy. You just don't shave. Opponent, tutelages. Come on, blue mana. Loots, mills us. Island, mills us. Opponent is currently winning the mill race. Well, mill ya. Go to combat. Attack ya. Agonizing remorse ya. Opponent. I'm gonna negate. We will dispute the negate. If they're negating this, they got something good in hand. Oh, not really. Alright, take the Stormcaller. Play the Mauling. We're getting by pretty well for having just one blue source. Opponent mills us. Plays a land, mills us. Down to 34 cards. Passes. We draw. Mill him. Go to combat. Attack him. Down to 11. Pass the turn. Opponent mills us. Oh, this is so close. Mills us. Land. Scries. Mills us. Down to... Ooh, could be super close. Scries. To the top. Well, it's going to get billed. Opponent passes. Well, we will... Frantic inventory. Draw a couple cards. Mill a couple times. Untap Millum. Oh, Seagate Restoration. That could be good. Fabled Passage. Crack Fabled Passage. Get a sweet, sweet blue source of mana. Oh, only one left. Okay. Go to combat. Attack ya. I kind of like where we're at, though. We might be getting it. We might, the 69 card special. Thoughts on the Walking Dead Secret Lair card being playable in Legacy? Dangerous precedent. I hope that it's not, but Legacy players are already talking about it, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was at least a little bit playable in Legacy. Should add Midnight Clock to the sideboard for the mirror match. That could be interesting. What is this? So if they cast Cacophony... Alright, let's just... 22 cards. Alright, let's Drown in the Lock. Counter the Stormcaller. Opponent. Passes. We untap. We Milia. Frantic Inventory. Draw some cards. Milia. Okay, getting there. Go to combat. Attack ya. Seagate Restoration. Untapped. Tutelage. Alright. Opponent disputes, but out of cards. Alright, no whammies, no whammies. Opponent mills us. If we had resolved the second tutelage, I think we win there with this Frantic Inventory drawing 4. Opponent mills us. What's their one card? How good can it be? Into the Story is their best card to draw. Just a land. Alright, that is acceptable. Frantic Inventory. Draw some goodies. Trigger, trigger, trigger. And we got there. The 69 card special. Getting the job done. Opponent can pay for this view, right? I think. Well, we're out of platinum. We're on our way to diamond. Mythic Mill? Mythic Mill? Could it happen? It's going to take a lot of wins, but that actually, that worked. I mean, we got to see it in another matchup, though. Although, apparently, we're not the only people that came up with the mill idea. Hey, thank you, Poseidon. That is a controversial take. Some people hate my voice and are very upfront about telling me that, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Have you thought about revisiting the Is It Tutelage Mill deck now that Valakut Awakening is available? Yes, that is something I definitely plan on. I plan on revisiting. I've tried to wait a little bit because we did it not that long after, not that long before rotation. So I don't want to play it like twice in a row. But yes, between that and Seagate Restoration, it gets some really sweet pieces that are also lands, which is super sweet. Definitely powers up the deck a bit. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, it worked out last time, but last time we had 69 cards. You know, it's going to work out again. It's going to work out again. These one-landers. Oh, rogues. Oh boy, that's a 7-drop. Okay. Well, crab go. Don't worry. They're gonna mill a non-land, and then we're gonna draw a land, and then we're off to the races. That's what rogues do. They mill you in a helpful way. That's their theme. Yes, okay, mill the non-land. That's a start, and then land off the. All right, that's fine. That's a lot of milling. Mill, and pass the turn. It is a tap land, but still. No decks. I think Ruin Crab should probably have reach. That's my opinion. Ruin Crab needs to have reach. So we can block these rogues. That would make it even better. Oh, Milia. How much Zendikar Rising Limited have I played? Unfortunately, I don't have enough time to play as much as I would want. I think I've done 4 drafts, something. One of them is coming up shortly this week for rough drafts. And then we did a couple on stream, so maybe like slightly more than that. I really enjoy drafting. because I mostly make constructed content, I don't take the time to do it as much as I play Constructed. I mean, I enjoy playing Constructed too, so. Well, it's a land. It's a painful one, but it is a land. Tutelage. Lutelage. Into a land. Huh. Question is, how do we not die to the janky beats? Let's discard. How many cards are in our opponent's deck? 45. Yeah, let's just discard Cacophony for now. Mill our opponent. I don't really use beard products. I just treat my beard mostly like I treat my hair, like wash it with the shampoo and stuff. I've used beard oil a tiny bit because I got it as a gift at one point. But it's fine, but it's not something that I do all the time. Hey, thank you, Ember Trin. You're my favorite too. Welcome, welcome. Podet, beating us down. Probably gotta draw a removal spell here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's lethal looking. Well, Clearwater Pathway on black. Stormcaller. We might still just be dead. Frantic Inventory. Double Trouble. Well, we hit our lands. We did hit our lands. Ooh, Hunger's Volley gets removal. It's just expensive. We need Blood Chief's Thirst, I think. In theory, we could block and live for one more turn, but opponent still has 35 cards. This is not going how we hope. Opponent mills us. We block with Stormcaller. Aggro was probably tough. Aggro was probably tough for this. Every use of Mortal Coil to Quetzal's Harmless Offering plus Leyline and Relic is an instant win. Holiday Gift Exchange episode of Against the Odds from like a while ago. That was a Immortal Coil deck. Ideal Sandwich. So just like a cold sandwich. So if I'm gonna get a sub, I really like hot chicken kind of subs, like chicken parmesan, something like that. As far as just like a normal sandwich, I probably have turkey. Most of all. Like, that's probably what I eat most often. Like, turkey and cheese, a little bit of lettuce, something like that. Have I tried Mono Blue Mill? Or am I adamant that Blue Black Mill is better? So, I have not tried Mono Blue Mill recently. The issue I see with Mono Blue Mill is I don't know how you ever beat Obnath and Lotus Cobra because you can't kill it. So I feel like while Mono Blue would be appealing and it has some good like tap stuff down removal, I feel like you just get absolutely wrecked by the best deck in Standard. Like, over and over and over again really brutally. So that would be my concern. Ether Gust is rotated now. So we don't even have Ether Gust anymore. Which is probably good overall, but... I have a soft spot for hating rogues in Standard. The deck is so annoying to play against, has become more popular thanks to the bannings. I haven't started to hate it yet. I could see how this could end up being like the Curious Obsession deck where I end up hating it, but at this point I kind of like it. Mr. Fakels for the 21st month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. So with Mono Blue, the thing I could see is you can probably mill really quickly, but without the removal, oh dear God, really? Really? They're playing main deck Call the Death Dweller. Huh. That's not something I've really seen in Rogues. Well, now we're done. Cacophony, not enough-any, and... Well, okay, we do this. Draw some cards. None of them are cheap removal spells. And now we're officially dead. Yeah, that did not go even kind. Oh, this is probably a really bad matchup. Could Lithoform engineering Ruined Crab funny enough? Be funny enough? I mean, it would be funny. It is. It's a little slow, I guess, would be probably my big concern. You're waiting until like turn 5 or 6 to crab. I think crab is at its best on turn 1. I feel like if you wait till 5 or 6 to copy a crab, you might have already spent all your lands or most of them. I don't think it's funny though. Do you think Uro will ever go away in Modern? Once Uro gets banned, then it will. Before Uro gets banned, no, I don't think so. I mean, maybe what else could they ban? I can't even think of anything. But no, I can't imagine that Uro is just such an absurd card, just on its face. It's just an absurd card. So I have a hard time seeing how it would ever end up being bad. That just seems so unlikely to me that it would end up being bad without a banning targeting it. And I mean, maybe a banning will target it. That I think it's somewhere between possible and likely that eventually Uro could get banned in Modern. Are the mystical disputes worth it? We get the grass. Yeah, let's go 2 disputes. Let's try it like that. I think, so, the more I play with and against Omnath is, just wait. Just wait. Omnath is a card that I am starting to expect is going to break out in older formats. Like, I was high in it for Standard, but didn't really consider it having potential in like Modern or in Pioneer. But I think Omnath has a chance to be a really good Modern card. And probably Pioneer as well. But like I think it's going to end up being very good in those formats. Which is a little scary, I would say. Well, tab line go. Like, it really blows. I didn't really fully understand how strong it was until the last day. When you really think about it, it is often a free, because it makes back the mana that you spent on it, usually. So, a free 4/4 that draws a card when it comes into play, gains you 4 life, and maybe deals damage to your opponent. That's insane. That's insane. It's so insane. I thought that Omnath was insanely powerful, but I did, and I ranked it number 2 in my standard list, so I did rank it very highly, but I did have some concerns about it being too hard to cast. That was my main worry, is maybe it just wouldn't be castable, but that seems to have not been an issue. It seems to have ended up very castable. Well, playing the land, pass the turn. Do they have their lord? Cunning Nightbonder. Alright. Maybe we should play a sweeper. Are there any sweepers worth playing? I guess it's Extinction Event. Whoa! Hello, everyone, with your emojis. Go! Oh wow! Go Virgo Blue! Thank you for the huge raid. Welcome, everyone. Oh no, not that too. Yeah, maybe Extinction Event is worth it. Thank you so much. Welcome, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. We are attempting to mill people out, which went well in match 1, where we milled out Mill by sideboarding up to a bunch of cards. But going a little worse against Rogues at the moment. I don't understand how Wizards makes the same mistake every time, thinking mana costs actually matter. The question is it a mistake? Or are we making a mistake by thinking Wizards making a mistake when they're not actually making a mistake and they're really making the cards exactly how they want them to be? Yeah, we're super dead. All right. Well, Rogues does not feel like a great matchup. It feels like the opposite. Kenton and McHarry, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Earl finally gone. When is the erase from everything else planned. Card should have been moved to Forgotten Realm. Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to go into get banned in other formats eventually. I think it's possible to likely that formats like Modern especially end up losing it eventually. I don't think it's like I actually think Modern's in like a reasonably healthy place right now. I would say reasonably healthy. I do think that Uro is the best deck in the format and pretty obnoxious, but I don't think it's like at a point where it needs to be banned. But it is just Uro is one of those cards that just should have never have been made. Like that, it's one of those cards. Like Oko, Ziradad at 420, Blasted, and Phantom, and Kakasi, and Zephyrdalt with a gift sub from Glowy Glory. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Moderns felt pretty good reasonably, I think. Are there any matchups where you want Witch's Vengeance? Well, I was thinking we were going to play against Uro 90% of the time, or like 60% of the time, which is what my arena day has been so far, has been basically just playing against Uro more than half the time. But if we're playing against other stuff, then maybe we can trim some Graveyard Hate. That might be too greedy to just have 2 Soul Guide Lanterns if we run into a Graveyard deck. Minor gameplay observation, like last Frantic Inventory possibly could have cast it after the Rogue Mill in case a Graveyard additional copy. Didn't matter in the end. Yeah, that is a good point. That is very true. I think we're just like super dead regardless. Yeah, the Uro ban is live. Hey, nice roguing, Bob. Do we want to change up our MDFCs at all? I could see going down Paleka Predation. That's probably the weakest. I kind of like the Glasspool Mimic, but a lot of times it just let's try more mimics. Copying Crab is good. Copying Stormcaller can be good. Even copying Thieves Guild Enforcer could be good. I could see that working. Let's try that. Let's try more, and we will try Shady Black at some point as well too, because I think that deck is actually pretty sweet. I think that deck might be decent-ish. Yeah, we're gonna play in a bit. We're gonna play for the second half of the stream. Stormcaller with Village Rites. Ooh, I do love that. That does sound really sweet. Do you think that a 1 blue-green instant draw card gain 3 life, put a land into play, would have seen play? Uro being Gross Pile plus Revitalize from hand seems strong as it is. Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think that was when I previewed Uro, that was basically my take on why it was so good. It was like, I think like if you think of this as a sorcery, that's exactly what you said. Gain 3 life, draw a card, put a land into play. I think that's... Wow, apparently everyone had our mill idea today. What are the chances? Well, we know what we do. We sideboard up to 69 cards and we win. What do you think of this? Is it control deck combo Niv? Any cards to add or remove? Ooh, let me see, Luke. All right, opponent's Omnath crabbing by the looks. I'm playing the land past the turn. They did mill a Frantic Inventory, which is something. Is it Niv combo control? No, I mean, I think that looks pretty solid. Good removal, good counters, combo finish. No, I think it looks that looks good. Opponent mills us. And wow, this is a matchup we were hoping we could beat. Frantic Inventory, draw a couple cards. There's a crab, thankfully. Well, play a crab. Play an island. Mill our opponent. This is where things can go very bad very quickly, though. All right, pass the turn. Not going to cacophony yet. Maybe. No Uro. No Uro, please. Please, no Uros. I mean, so this is just the Omnath deck. So there's 3 to 4 builds of Omnath that are popular. And that's one of the scary things about the Omnath deck is people haven't figured out the best build of it yet. So there is an Omnath deck with Ruin Crab. There's an Omnath Adventure deck. There is some people trying a 5-color version of Omnath, splashing for discard. And I feel like I'm forgetting another Omnath. What is the other Omnath? Was I saying Uro? Wow, what is our opponent doing? Interesting. Drown in the lock. Oh, this would be when Omnath would come down. Do we just have to pass? That feels so bad. But it's probably correct. All right, Milia. Yeah, that's fine. We get to pass. If we don't need to counter, we can into the story. I feel like we got to leave up a counter here because this is the Omnath turn with the fetch land in hand. And we can't let this happen. Like, this is where Omnath is just absolutely insane. All right, opponent plays the land, mills us. They are out milling us at the moment, but we're going to catch up here in a second. No, not mono black Omnath, but 5-color, like splashing into black Omnath. Opponent has 41 cards in their deck. Well, all right. 1, 2, 3. Mimic. The crab. One, two. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's just play the Mimic. Mill for 6. All right, no whammies. No whammies. But this is where, like, how many cards can our opponent draw now before they die? They're getting milled pretty aggressively. Did you get my Spicy Historic Demonic Pack deck I sent you? I reached Diamond a couple of minutes ago. Ooh, bloody. Oh, no, another one. Ugh. Omnath throws a card. That does not sound familiar. Plays a land, mills us, gains some life. Well, Ruin Crab. Land. Mill for 9. Stormcaller. Cacophony. Mill for 16. This doesn't win yet, but maybe it puts our opponent low enough on cards that they can't combo because they just don't have enough resources. Like, they only have 7 cards in their deck. How far can they go? How far can they go? The Rogue Crabs. Crabtron. Wow! Opponent has no fear. No fear at all. Down to 2 cards. How are you going to kill us, though? Crab. They're going to try to mill us? They'll reverse Rito. Fetch land. Wow, watch this work because Omnath is so busted. It might actually work. So they can crack this. Well, no, they don't have lands to get, so we're probably fine. If these last 2 cards are lands, the milling might have done it just because our opponent. All right, they mill us for 6. Oh, sweet mother. Opponent gets free mana, so Omnath is now a free card. Dryad. Another land drop. Mills us for 6. And no. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank the magic gods. Okay. But we don't necessarily win here either because we don't have a land. Okay, we do have a land. Oh my goodness, that was ridiculously close. Get rid of those last cards. It worked. The theory worked, at least for this game. Here's a deck list if you want to check it out. Have a sweet 69% win rate. Ooh, nice. Yeah, that land top deck was pretty key. Well, now we pass. And, yeah, no attacks. Opponent, head about to explode. Yeah, they could run Thassa's Oracle. An opponent. Yeah, couldn't get it done. Oh, I see the Yarian Demonic Pact deck now. That does look sweet. I've wanted to play Demonic Pact in Historic, but I haven't actually done it yet. I have a really sweet mono colorless deck. Oh, I'd love to see it, White Lotus. That sounds super sweet. All right, so we are up against the deck of decks. The deck of decks. So we will bring in Grasp of Darkness. Our main deck is pretty focused on this deck already. I think we can go down Thieves Guild Enforcers. Go down Thieves Guild Enforcers. Go up Grasp of Darkness. Go up Mystical Disputes. And... let's go down one Mauling for Mystical Dispute and run it like that. I think that's fine. Ooh, let me see, Jink Jesus. Wait, did I miss a donation? Whoa, Ridge Wallet! Good lord! Coming in with a huge amount of bits. Missed you guys. Glad we caught the stream. PJ Salt 5000. Well, Ridge Wallet, thank you so much. How's everything been? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think, well, I gotta know. The bits don't make the little sound effect. So sometimes the bits, if anything gets missed, it's the bits. Just because we don't get the same sound effect. Watch your video on YouTube, probably more interesting. Watch your video on YouTube, probably the most interesting analysis I watch. Great job, thank you, Nishi. Yeah, I like those talking videos. I think I'm gonna start doing more of them, where I just kind of, I've been working. You got to see, what did you think of the background? That's sort of, it's still a little bit of progress. I know the shelf still needs some more stuff on it, but what do you think of the background? Like, do you think that'll work good enough at least? Because I really want the ability to just sit down and make a video, essentially. Sit down, just talk in front of the camera, have some cards pop up, make a video. Yeah, that was part of the idea. I couldn't set it up exactly like it, but I thought it would be funny if I could do it exactly the same. Yeah, I still got to get some more stuff to fill out the shelves. It's a work in progress. There were a lot more shelves than I realized. Everyone's a ranker! Thank you for the 5,000 bits and the kind words. I appreciate it. Can we get a Brewer's Minute about how to build janky combo decks? We're about due for another Brewer's Minute, so that actually seems like a very good idea. I'm down for a combo deck building. I can't remember if I've done one of those in the distant past or not, but still, yeah, I think that would be a good topic. If you have other Brewer's Minute topics that interest you, definitely let me know. Wee, Cobra, post. Oh, they had to play the forest, alright. Well, draw a card. How greedy are we, chat? How greedy are we? White Lotus. Let me see the necklace. Have I seen the interaction between Jason, Teferi's Angel's Insight? Yeah, I think it's cute. I mean, it's definitely cool. Jace is just so die. I do like how many cards it can draw. I'm still not sure how often Jace is going to stick around, but it is sweet to be able to draw 2 cards. Mono colorless looks fun. Myriad Construct seems like a really good addition. All right, let's go greed. Let's go greedy. I want to be able to Stormcaller and kill 2 things. This does mean that Lotus Curl, but I mean, I guess if our opponent goes off and starts like, oh no. Somehow we haven't got any cards in the graveyard, which is very painful. All right, well, we might be dead. 2 Cobras is bad news. Tap land. Yeah, maybe we're fine. Mills us. Mana. I mean, I don't think they have Omnath mana, so we might have a chance. We might have hope. There might be a tiny bit of hope. All right, we're gonna grasp some snakes here in a minute. Opponent gets and hits us. We'll have to deal with the crab later, I think. Ooh, we draw our own crab. Well, that's also got away. So play the land. Stormcaller. No! No! Oh, thank goodness. We don't have blue mana. I clicked the wrong card. Grasp of Darkness. Get a Cobra. Grasp of Darkness. Get another Cobra. That's a combo. That is a combo. Mill is cancerous? I thought people liked Mill. Do people not like Mill now? Yeah, I almost messed that. Oh no! The Omnath has arrived. That card's so good. About it. Mills us. Land please. Land please. Land please. Alright, that's a land. So Ruin Crab. Play a swamp. Mill our opponent. Kill the Omnath. We're fighting the good fight against the monster of the forest. I thought everyone loved Mill. I thought it was like a really popular casual archetype. Hey, what's up, Ball Chaos? How are you? I mean, we'll play the mono black deck in a bit too. So we're gonna play. Oh boy! All right, the cards are being drawn. Ugins, crabs, fetch lands, land in Mill. Cracks it. We're kind of just getting milled out by these crabs, as absurd as that is. Another crab. Another fetch land? Oh, opponent's not even a mill deck. Their Omnath combo, they just randomly play crabs. Well, enjoy this deck while you can. Opponent passes. Well, Fabled Passage. Milia. Crack Fabled Passage. Pray for a land, which we may or may not have in our deck. We do get a land. Milia. Zombie Effect! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Stormcaller. This does mean an Ugin can come down, and I'm not sure we can beat an Ugin, but kill a crab. Kill a crab. We gotta stop this ridiculously aggressive milling. Kill him, kill him! Send a message. With the Ruined Crab, pass the turn. Have you seen the Red Green Secret Lair Walking Dead card? We have, yeah, we talked about at the beginning of the stream. Could you play a Peer into the Abyss as a 1-up in this deck? Could. I'm not sure if it's good or necessary, but they have a land, which means they have an Ugin, which means life is bad again. Opponent kills everything. Well, into the story. Draw some cards. So next turn we can actually kill the Ugin. So I think we just pass. We might actually have hope here. We might actually somehow be in this game after everything that's happened. We can Bloodchief's Thirst the Ugin. We encounter anything this turn. We might be in this somehow. All right, opponent plays a land. They crack the land. Oh, I missed your sub. I'm so sorry. Necroto. Genesis Ultimatum. Well, that is counterable. Necroto for the 13th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Awesome 13th months in my favorite archetype. We're celebrating your sub-anniversary. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bloodchief's Thirst is very good. Opponent has 31 cards in their deck. So if... So wait, we could play Ruined Crab, crack it, get a land, mill for 6. That would put our opponent to 25 cards. Stormcaller, Cacophony. That would mill 16. But then Ugin lives? All right, I think what we do is just... I think we just kill Ugin. Step 1. Get rid of Ugin. Ruin Crab. Fabled Passage. Milia. Crack Fabled Passage. Island. Milia. Pass the turn. Hope for no whammies. You can copy a kick cacophony. Can copy kick cacophony. That's a good tongue twister. You can. Ooh, mystical dispute too. All right. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So play Stormcaller. But we don't even really need to kick it here. We don't really have the ability to anyway. Cacophony. Twice. Opponent negates a copy of it. They still get milled for 8. We pass the turn, sending a crab message. Gonna be close? Gonna be close. Opponent, what do they find? Lotus Cobra, not too scary. We know we have a... Oh. So if we kick it, we mill less? If we kick it, we actually mill less. Yeah, you mill half and then half of the half. So it's not the full-on combo like Burvac. Yeah, so kicking is actually worse here. So we will just... It's so weird that eventually it's worse if you actually kick it. Mill you. Down to 4 cards. Pass the turn. Our theory's working, though. It's working. Like, this is what we were imagining would happen against this deck. Opponent passes. Yeah, there's not even any point. All right, pass the turn. The risk is our opponent finds another crab in a land before we find a land. Because we're both, like, at the bottom of our libraries. Yeah, except Cacophony actually scales worse as the game goes along in a very strange way. Alright. Teferi's Tutelage. Got a negate? Is that what you've been holding on to? No. Discard Blood Chief's Thirst. Mill you. Play a land. Milia! Omnath cannot keep up. Cannot keep up with the mill deck. And that was pretty good. I've made a rack deck in standard. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Ooh, let me see, Zubby. Well, okay. That actually is kind of... Maybe that matchup works. Like, wouldn't it be hilarious if after all the Omnath and Uros and Brokenness, if it was... of all archetypes, if it was Mill that would actually save standard... All right, one more. We'll do one more with Mill, and then we're gonna try the Shady Black deck and go that way. Rakdos Double Rack. Ooh, what do we actually have for racks though? That's kind of the challenge. So Liliana is rack-ish. I guess Kroxa is like Kroxa's a pseudo rack. I can see that. All right, one more mill game, and then we're gonna try the black deck. What is even going on with MTG lately? That's a good question. Who knows? Who knows? It is a strange time in the Magic world for sure. Yeah, all right. I guess we'll keep this. It's relatively fine. Hey, what's up, base man? So, all right. Opponent appears to be doing what people are doing these days. Omnathing. Swampgo. I think, according to them, Mill is degenerate gameplay. Didn't Wizard say that once? Oh! Alright, so it's Adventure. Adventure Omnath. Yeah, Lucky Clover is a card that we're not very good at dealing with, unfortunately. Well, Pathway on blue pass the turn. I don't think Mill is a... Is Mill... Mill has never really been good. And I thought it was liked. I didn't realize it was a hated archetype. Oh no, Lucky Glover. Any plans to do anything with Angel of Destiny? Angel of Destiny is on my list. The challenge that I've had with Angel of Destiny so far is I haven't really figured out a thing to do with it other than relatively boring stuff. Like, other than just playing like a life gain Heliod deck, I haven't really figured out a way to make it work in standard. Mama Boo! So I feel like why the card is cool, and I want to get the alternate win condition kill. I haven't really figured out a deck that I thought was interesting to get to that point. I feel like while the kill itself is interesting, the rest of the deck is like kind of bland. Do we have another sub? Did I just miss one? Mama Boo, I got that one. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Among Us is happening. Well, here comes the card draw. Among Us is happening Friday. Friday stream, Among Us stream. Bonus stream. So it's not replacing an actual stream. But yeah, Friday Among Us action with the Goldfish crew and some others from the Magic community. We might do more in the future. After tweeting, I didn't realize how interested people were in this because I tweeted about it, and a bunch of people like jumped in and were like, "Wow, I want to do this. It would be super fun." So I don't know if it goes well. Maybe there'll be another one in the future. Q is 564453 for the 4th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, Omnath 1 dealt with. Not gonna let you get that free mana. We can kick a Cacophony next turn, which is kind of hilarious. We haven't kicked one yet. We've cast them, but we haven't kicked them. Opponent. Gotta play the cards. And this is not a May. I mean, maybe Mill is the solution. I know this, Among Us is a... Among Us is a... game? It's kind of like Mafia is probably a good way to put it, but it's a 10-player game. Awesome, dude. 4 years. That is absolutely absurd. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. And in celebration of the 4-year resub, we're gonna kick a Cacophony here for the first time ever. Mill half of your deck out of here, we say, down to 20 cards past the turn. You Davis, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cacophony. A kick in the Cacophony. Is Scourge of the Sky claims the real deal in older formats like Modern? Yes-ish. I think it is a real deal in the sense that it's probably going to be it's already showing up in Death Shadow style decks with some slight tweaks. So I think in specific archetypes, it's very good. I don't think it's a card that shows up in every deck, though. It's not a Oko style card where it's just going to show up in a ton of different games. Among Us is a social deduction game. That's probably a good way of putting it. Ooh, gonna stream some Among Us or Minecraft later? That sounds fun, Zach. But yeah, so I think in certain decks it's very good. Opponent, tutoring sweet things from the sideboard. Gets it, hits us. Down to 18. And discards. Well, we will 1, 2... Cacophony. We're at 18. Opponent has 10 cards in their deck, but they're going to have infinite counters after this turn. Do we have to kill Omnath? Probably, I guess. So kill Omnath. Agadim's Awakening. Untapped. Thieves Guild Enforcer. 8 cards. But our opponent has an Omnath and a handful of, or a Ugin and a handful of counter spells. Ooh, Among Us is probably based on Mafia Werewolf. Yeah, I think it's definitely along those lines. Well, okay. What do you say, opponent? The sweet thing is our opponent can't go too adventure-y because they don't have a choice but to draw. And that will mill them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I guess if they Ugin, we get to into this story and not get it countered, which is good. We might have a chance. Came up with a janky cycling deck using unpredictable cyclone to cheat out high-cost things. Ooh, let me see, Mando Wookie. Unpredictable Cyclone's definitely a sweet card. The Unpredictable Sharknado deck was really fun when we played it. Alright, there's the Ugin. Ugin. Kills Thieves Guild. Oh, hits us, okay. Gets in, hits us. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Into the story. Oh! Oh! Thieves Guild Enforcer. I wasn't even considering that we could draw Thieves Guild Enforcers that get around the counter spells and win. Number 3, Enforcer Tron. That's a nice Planeswalker, but do you have cards in your library? The answer is no, and we have to do this. We have to send it. I'm sorry, opponent. I know we're jerks. I mean, if you're gonna play Ugin, you deserve it. You deserve that last little attack. All right, that worked. Yeah, the green-red monster deck looks fun. There are some big cycling things you can cycle into. All right, so opponent, play the Omnath deck as expected. So, Adventure Omnath, and we can't deal with Lucky Clover. That's just the sad truth of the matter. But, how do we sideboard against the Adventure Omnath deck? Been having a lot of fun frustrating opponents with a new deck of mine called Bounce House. Ooh. Are we baroning? That does look super annoying to play against. That's for sure. And you get Lithoform Engine. I want to play more Lithoform Engines. I really do. Yeah, I'm not a Tron fan. I've come around on Janky. I like some Janky Tron decks. But in general, not the biggest Tron fan. Okay, so Agonizing Remorse is still too slow. Since we're on the draw, well, all right, go down Thieves Guild, hero from last game, Agonizing Remorse in, and I would like some counters too. But we need removal. Opponent's pressuring us on so many different levels. Ooh, trip a Stormcaller for a dispute. Run it like that. Reminds me of the late Paul Bearer from WWE. I've never really watched wrestling. I know I've heard other wrestling comparisons, so I don't know what any of them. I just don't know what any of them are. Do you think we'd splash green for Scavenging Ooze and Wilt? Yeah, I could. I think the mana could work for that, especially since we want Fabled Passage and maybe even Evolving Wilds anyway for Crab, so I think that would make sense. Watermelon Ed! Hey Seth, had to get in for September. Well, I appreciate it for the 3rd month. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so very much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Finally made it to Diamond Tier 1 for the first time today playing Solemnity Lock, so it seems like a good deck to be playing in Historic. Very nice. Yeah, that's definitely sweet to have that combo available in Historic. Definitely a sweet deck. If you get people who are not prepared for it, you can definitely take them out. What deck would you recommend for in Historic? Ooh. So, I have not played a ton of Historic since Zendikar Rising released. We played a tiny bit last week. I'm not sure how much... I'll get a Swamp. I'm not sure how much Zendikar Rising has shaken up the format. I think Uro decks, Goblin decks, Sacrifice decks, especially Lure Sacrifice decks, those are some of the biggest decks in the format at the moment. Huh. Well, land, go, opponent. What you gonna do? Yeah, the colors deck is sweet. It kind of depends on what kind of archetype you want to play too. That is one of the nice things about Historic, is there are a lot of different options. Wow, that's every Blood Chief's Thirst in existence. Quite literally. Opponent gets and hits us. Well, Seagate Restoration. Ouch. To Fairy's Tutelage. Ugh, are we too far behind? Blood Chief's Thirst when you gotta kick them are a bit expensive. Have I seen Scourge of the Skyclave deck in Historic? I have not. Is there a sweet Scourge deck in Historic? We're twins, Matt? Okay, I can see that. Beard twins? Yeah, we've played the Wizard combo deck. Mono Black Discard Suite. The Tiny Bones Discard deck. I haven't played it recently, but we had a decent amount of success with that a little while ago. Well, mill our opponent. Kill the 1/1. Play the pathway past the turn. Ooh, so opponent has 4 cards in their graveyard, so we might be able to counter something. Yeah, we definitely played the Wizard combo deck. A couple of different builds of it. Well, I guess we got to counter it. Opponent. No 1/1, please. Crushes our face. We draw Drown in the Lock. Play Fabled Passage. Pass the turn. We're holding on by a thread. Opponent, land, add. Omnath. Well, that cannot stand. Kill it. Or counter it. Here comes Bone Crusher. Yes. Can we draw a crab? Maybe? Mill our opponent. We draw land. Ooh, fragile states. Fragile states. Bone Crusher down to 5. We need some card draw. Play the land past the turn. Opponent adapts. If they play a 1/1, we die on the spot. Do I play online poker from time to time? A little bit. I do like poker. Oh no, oh no, oh no. That's part of what makes this deck so good, is it's just overflowing with things that draw 5 cards. So no matter how much we stop stuff, our opponent's always like 1 draw away from refueling. I mean, opponent's hitting straight gas because their deck is full of straight gas, so not super surprising. 33 cards in the deck. That's a lot. Well, this was a very weird draw. We drew all 4 Blood Chief's Thirst in our top 12 cards, which is so strange. I would be absolutely shocked if Omnath wasn't banned. With Urgot going to make 4 mana Liliana work. It's actually in the next deck we're going to play. It is not the focal point of the deck, but it is in our next deck. All right, down to 1. Well, can we get a good draw? Mill our opponent. Hagra's Mauling doesn't actually help. I'll kick it. The problem is we can't kill the Bone Crusher, we die. Which is a very awkward position to be in. We can't counter it either. We don't actually have a counter spell, so that is very awkward. We've drawn all the removal in the world. Oh no, they draw an Innkeeper too. Yeah, this one. Now this one, there's no draw that gets us out of it now. Take a look at this sweet Scourge deck for Historic. Ooh. Okay, so opponent going crazy. Since we're going to be on the play, I could see the negates, or at least negate can get Clover on the play. Can we afford to take out more? Or was that just like a weird draw? I think that's just a weird draw. Let's run it back. Let's run it back. That looks sweet. Kind of like a Rakdos aggro burn style deck. Soul Herder, Astral Side, Escape Protocol, and Modern with Skyclave Apparition. Ooh. Alright. Well, we got a crab. We want a crab. We will keep this hand and hope for good things to happen. Fabled Passage. Go. The budget magic is me. Oh, thank you, Regal Games. Yeah, that deck is super fun to play. Well, opponent has their 1-drop. We will crack. We will get an island. We will start the millening. Crab. Hagra Mauling. Milia. This is a much more milly start than last time. Opponent, 3 cards in the graveyard already. Janky Enchantress for Historic? Enchantress is... Oh, no, there's a Clover. That's not great. That's not great for us. So... I think this is our time to get stuff down, though. Clearwater Pathway. On blue. Milieu. Tutelage. Loot. Milieu. Discard a... Agadim's Awakening. The mill is on. Can we get the win? Can we get the win? Yeah, perfect timing, Midway. No attacks. Pass the turn. Yeah, Kindle the Carnage. Definitely. That is, that is a lot to take in. Opponent. Bone Crushers for days. Hits us. Gets milled. Well, we agonizing remorse our opponent. Take. Sweet mother. Oh, what a hand. What a hand. Well. I guess we take Bone Crusher? Like, what do we do about this? Oh, I don't know what to do. Yeah, that's definitely, I mean, the idea of using Kindle of Carnage to hit the squad, definitely pretty spicy. I like the idea, Jank Jesus. I don't like that our opponent's going to be able to draw cards. That is definitely a concern here. Like, while technically drawing cards gets our opponent closer to milling out, it also just, they're not close enough to milling out that it really matters. So it's going to allow our opponent to refuel and find more action is the concern. All right, opponent. What do you got? What do you got? Opponent draws a card. And. Wow, it's the perfect land for Omnath. Wow, with single basic planes. Sure. Yeah, not good, not good. I don't know why they wouldn't play this Innkeeper, but okay, we'll take it. So opponent, building a board. That is not the optimal sequencing. What's up, Boric? How are you? Good to see you, good to see you. Opponent. Passes, does not attack. Gets milled. Oh, Clearwater Pathway. Pass a turd. Ooh, is there any possible way of winning? Yeah, this has been some of the craziest days I can remember in Magic, honestly. The last couple of days with the BNR into the Walking Dead Secret Lair, it's been a while since everyone's been this stirred up all at the same time. I mean, the good news for our opponent is they're playing a deck that is just so strong that I don't think you really have to play it optimally to be able to win with it. I think if you just play it like 75% capacity, you'll probably still win a ridiculous amount of games just because it has so much raw power. I want to poke your brain about the new Secret Lair drop of Walking Dead. How do you feel about it? I mean, we've talked about it a few times, especially last stream, but I think that having mechanically unique cards released that way is just a horrible idea. A idea that should not exist, and Wizards knows it too. Like, that's the most frustrating part. Wizards knows it. There's a track record with Nathaniel Lee Dragon and Mana Grip. Like, Wizards knows it. We know it. Everyone knows it. So, as far as, like, Walking Dead, as far as Walking Dead itself, personally, I don't care about it. Like, I've never watched it. I guess I saw, like, a tiny bit of the first season or something, but I've never really watched it. So it's not for me in that sense. It doesn't bother me that it exists. The thing that bothers me is, this isn't. Yeah, we're super duper ultra dead. Well, we gave it a good go, but Lucky Clover Omnath's just too much to handle for the mill deck. But yeah, so that's my concern. Like, if they want to make crossover stuff silver bordered, if they want to even do it like the Godzilla promos, that's fine. Like, I'm not gonna complain about that. But you can't release, like, it's just gonna be a disaster. Like, they will print a card that's playable somewhere in this series. Yeah, this one's over. They will put a card that's playable somewhere. That card will be ridiculously expensive. It's on the Shadow Reserve list, essentially. Their idea that, oh, if it gets broken, it gets really expensive. We'll print a functionally similar Magic version of it with Magic art and Magic name. That doesn't even make any sense. Like, that is, I don't know why people think that kind of makes sense. That's not the same card. Like, that doesn't even make, I don't know why anyone would think that was possibly a good idea. It's two different Magic cards. So then you play 8 of them in your deck if you want to, or you play 2 of them in your Commander deck. So everything about how they're doing it is a mess. But if they want to make Walking Dead cards, whatever. Like, I don't have interest in them, but I'm sure some people will want them, which is cool. And if you're excited for them, and that's another thing, like, there's been a huge freak out in the community about it. And you shouldn't feel bad for liking them. That's something I mentioned, I thought, on Twitter today, is like, you don't need to apologize because you like Walking Dead and you like these cards. You don't need to feel bad. You don't need to qualify it by saying, like, oh, I know Wizards messed this up, but I still like the cards. You could just like them. That's fine. You don't control Wizards and how they print cards. Wizards does a lot of harebrained things that don't make any sense these days. So you don't need to feel guilty because you like them. But yeah, it's just like such an easy fix. Like, print them in silver border. All this goes away. Print them like the Godzilla cards. Like, they could have done it. It could have been really cool. Like, for me personally, I would have been more excited if, even though I'm not a Walking Dead fan, but if they had made, I don't know, like Liliana's, or I don't know what magic characters would be most perfect for Walking Dead, but if they had taken like cool old cards and like put that art on them and did the Godzilla naming thing, I would actually be more excited for it if it was that way. So I think that like 99% of the freak out is just based on the mechanically unique aspect of it. Silver border kind of like unsets, for example. They're not tournament legal, but they're often allowed by commander play groups. So technically you can't play them in a tournament. I'm not really sure what the I don't really know why it matters if these are tournament legal, other than I guess it's probably more profitable. And that's the other thing that worries me. And I mentioned this on the podcast a little bit, and then we'll get to this deck, I promise. Duavo, welcome to the fishbowl with the gift sub from Pork. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. One of my concerns is Wizards is definitely about the short-term profits, or Hasbro is forcing Wizards to be about short-term profits. So it doesn't seem like that much of a stretch to me that someone at Hasbro will get the bright idea like, wow, you know how we could sell a ton of these? What if we put a card that you gotta have to play Legacy in one of these? No one else could sell them. They're only available for 10 days. Think of how many people will buy them if we print a, I don't know, Rick and Morty demonic tutor that's Legacy legal, or something like insanely busted like that. Something on that level as far as playability. A new Lotus. We print a new Lions, a functional Lion's Eye Diamond reprint with, the blue meth from Breaking Bad on it or something. Think of how many of those will sell, because every Legacy player is going to need 4 of them to play their deck. We're going to make so much money. I'm going to get a big bonus at the end of the year. Sure, maybe the game will die in 2 years, but like, who cares? I got my bonus this year, and then I'm off to work at Microsoft or Amazon or Riot or like wherever. So like, burn it all down on the way out. What do I care? I got mine. Oh, that's kind of what I'm worried about. Just the short-term thinking of all of it. But before we get to the next round, a super quick reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom, and if you need some magic cards, you get them over at cardkingdom.com. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the stream. All right, so for the second part of our stream, we're gonna try this shady black deck. So this deck, it's essentially like a mono black, I don't even know if I want to say aggro or mid-range, somewhere in between there. But the interesting cards, there's a lot of sweet Zendikar Rising cards, but the idea is, rather than milling out the omnipresent Omnath decks, cantrips, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soup cheer for our new subscriber. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, the idea is, we can be aggressive, we can be pretty resilient, we have good removal to deal with our opponent's stuff, we have Scourge of the Skyclaves, really sweet draining card. Skyclave Shade I feel like is underrated, keeps coming back from the graveyard. We got Subdradas for more reanimation after we discard stuff to Lilianas and Rakels. So essentially like efficient and disruptive mono black deck with a bunch of discard and some card advantage in the sideboard. So I don't know, can it hold up to Omnath? Can anything consistently hold up to Omnath? We're still figuring that out, but let's give mono black a try. No Gary in this one. This isn't really based on being a devotion deck. It's more of like a aggro / slightly reanimaty deck. I wouldn't even call it like reanimator, but it does have like some graveyard synergies. Alright. Go Skyclave Shades. I think the Skyclave Shade is very underrated. I think the card is I still think it's one of the strongest cards from the set. In the non-landfall category, do you think Mardu Outrider is a playable card in this deck? Is that the arena exclusive? The 5/5 for 3 that you got to discard a card? Maybe if it was actually legal. That's kind of the issue. Is I believe. Wow. All right. Opponent mulligan out of the game. I believe that it's only legal in best of one, or I don't play best of one. So yeah. So we can't actually play it because of that. Yeah, I think he's probably right. I think it's on my short list of best modern cards from the set. Jim Davis is a smart man when it comes to modern cards. It's pretty rare that you see someone mulligan scoop. That happens pretty rarely. How do you feel about Party being introduced in Zendikar, not in the D&D set? I mean, probably fine, I think, I would say. Our deck's so good our opponent didn't even wait to see what it was. He thought once upon I didn't realize that. Maybe I take that back. How could anyone think Once Upon a Time was garbage? I don't know. I guess that's true. I guess I remember when it was spoiled. I'd have to go back and listen to the podcast, but I kind of feel like there was some like conversations like, oh, maybe it's like a 2 of. I remember thinking it wasn't worth it in Tron, and I guess it hasn't really seen play in Tron. Yeah, we just switched it up from milling to try some shady mono black for the second part of the stream. Yeah, opponent probably would have been better off at least playing a little bit so they could see what we were doing. But then I guess we would also get to see what they were doing. So. Also, our mana base is really important in this. Our mana base allows us to lose life. Oh, it's a Scoot Swarm deck. So we have plenty of ways to lose life. And then losing life actually lets us turn on our Scourge of the Skyclaves. So that's one of the other sweet things about playing, like Aghanim's Awakening, Castle, things like that. Any update on new merch? I would have to ask Richard about that. I haven't heard anything about impending new merch, but I'll have to double check. There could be something coming down the pipeline that I'm not aware of yet. Opponent. Well, unfortunately, it has flying. All right. Yeah, I think we just have to keep on murdering things. Kill a mutate pile. Go attacking. Hit our opponent down to 14. And I also think that Scourge of the Skyclaves gets better now that Uro's gone. That's another one. Wow, opponent. Scooping it up quick. Scourge of the Skyclaves without Uro, like Omnath is still an issue. But that's a little bit less incidental life gain running around. Well, we didn't even get to see much out of that one. Our opponent just scoops super quickly, but it's a win. It's a win for Shady Black. Yeah, making the opponent lose life, you kind of just need to be aggressive. Although the downside is you still got to deal with the opponent gaining life, which is a problem when it comes to, like, Omnaths in specific. We have been playing Mill. We just switched it up for the second part of the stream. I will update the stream title. Mill was okay. I think we ended up about 50-50. I think we were 2-2 overall. Ooh, Hellhound. So, I feel like it could do some good things. Still got the Uro deck, or the Omnath deck, though, which is just so good. We did manage to beat it once, but then we played the adventure version and got pretty crushed by it, so. Hey, thank you, Mighty Meg Azor. I appreciate it. Started streaming MTGA. Yeah, it's definitely a fun game to play. Wow, this is a really aggressive start. Okay. Can we beat all the Hellhounds? This Nighthawk Scavenger could be good. Wow, this is really aggressive. Well, Nighthawk Scavenger's time to hopefully shine. Yeah, please don't cleave us. Embercleave's another card, like, if they just slip that onto the ban list with the justification, like, oh, it'll probably be too good after other stuff is banned, I wouldn't complain. I kind of really think a lot of stuff would be better if we just rotated more often. I might start, like, really pushing for that again, because I really feel like that would go a long way towards helping with a lot of these issues. Bounty hits us for a bundle. Because I feel like a lot of it, like, is Embercleave just a card that shouldn't exist? Like, is it just too good it shouldn't exist? I don't know if that's necessarily true, but is it a card that I want to play against a high percentage of the time for 2 years? No, not really. So I feel like that's one of the big issues. Even stuff like Teferi and Nissa are those cards that I just feel like should not exist in Magic, period, ever. No, like, I think that having powerful cards like that can be a good thing. But, oh, this is not great. But, do I want to play against them for 2 years in a row? No. So I feel like that would maybe improve the game a bit. Opponent's got one card in hand. We could get rid of it. We could Rankle, but that doesn't do much. We could Liliana, kill nothing. Ooh. What do you think about Relic Golem for your mill deck? So I think that would kind of be another deck. I don't think Relic Golem is good enough to be a mill card, but I think if you want to go like Relic Goblin, Vantress Gargoyle, and try to be like a slightly millish beatdown deck, like mill enough to turn on my powerful, my like undercosted creatures that need cards in the graveyard, I think that could be a cool plan. But I think if your main plan is to mill your opponent's entire library, I think that Golem is just too underpowered, unfortunately. Well, just keep blocking. We are back up to 19, which is something. Oh no. Another Annex. Oh, Liliana.
I have the right to choose my own fate. And yours.
Kill Annex.
Get out of my way already.
Kazalogwade. Go. So many 1/1s. Yeah, I haven't seen Mono Red in a while. Opponent. Robber the Rich. Goes to combat. Attacks. Everything phase. Steals Murderous Rider. Well, Thieves Guild Enforcer. Milieu. I think we keep Liliana and take our beats. I mean, if we draw land, we can reanimate stuff. Mauling. Ha. Ha 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 ha. What do we do now? This is super interesting. Yeah, Karavik would be insane here. What about Mind Drain? Wait, what is Mind Drain? Is that the, like, Mind Rot? Yeah, I don't think that's a playable card. I mean, if you want a Mind Rot effect, it might be in the conversation. But as far as, like, being a mill card, I don't think it's actually playable. Yeah, Worm would be super sweet. Oh, play Rankle. Mill our opponent. Hagra Mauling. Pass the turn, stay back on defense. No lands, please. Are we dead to a land? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? Almost. I mean, next turn we can reanimate Scavenger, which is a lot of life gain. It's up to 7 power now. With Agadim's Awakening. Ooh, Torbrand, yeah. What they could have in hand is actually a pretty good question. Torbrand makes sense. There's not a whole lot else that they just can't cast. Opponent gets in. Gets in, gets in. The Goldfish name, that's one Richard came up with. I'm actually not 100% sure. I don't know if there's any like super good story behind it. All right, opponent uses our Murderous Rider. We will kill Fervent Champion. Liliana dies.
Let's never cross paths again.
Well, Agadim's Awakening. Get back Scavenger, Thieves Guild Enforcer. Milliabit. Ooh, I wonder. I wonder if like Reanimation Thieves Guild Enforcer mill could work. That would actually be kind of interesting. Mill, mill, mill. Ooh, stay on defense. If the Scavenger lives, we're in decent shape. If it doesn't, all bets are off. Fervent Champion. Okay. I mean, Scavenger's gaining 7 life a turn. That's insane. Vote it. No attacks. I like that. Go to combat. Get it with Scavenger. Opponent blocks. And Bone Crushes. I'll play the land. Kill Fervent Champion. Pass the turn, back up to 18. Vote it. Annex again. I'll draw a card. Okay. Each player loses half their life. Is that worth it? Rally, yeah, something like Rally Ancestor Rogues could be interesting. I think if we do, we die, right? So we kick this, we go down to 8, and then we have 3 blockers, and we chump, block, block. Well, I guess we don't die. We die to Torbrand. I think we go to combat, attack with 1. Opponent takes it. Play Scourge. No kicker. Pass the turn. This is safer, I think. The demon very much does not fly for some reason. Demons usually fly, but this one doesn't. Opponent runs out Bone Crusher. And? Well, okay, now these Scourges are going to get big. Gets in. We'll kill Annex again. Opponents had so many Annexes. So Annex makes dorks. We draw a card, we lose some life, we grow our Scourge. We play Liliana.
The best thing about
We play a land. We play Scourge. We tick up Liliana. Make our opponent discard. It's kind of working. It is kind of working. Yeah, I want to try Crab Shifted Historic at some point. The Scourges actually look decent here. Opponent, land. Uh-oh. Torbrand, it is. Does that mean we're just straight up dead? There's the attack. Well, block. Yep, alright. Sure. Jank him out, jank him out. Well, yeah, fair enough. That was going well, too. That was going well, but was not expecting the one mono red player. With every one of the 1/1s hitting for 3, yeah. Opponent had 5 unblocked 1/1s that were each hitting for 3, and we were at 15, so yeah. Exactsies. Hey, what's up, Dogabith? How are you? Yeah, I mean, Torbrand that's because of Torbrand. If it wasn't for Torbrand, we were good. But we had a pretty good idea there was probably Torbrand in hand because they weren't playing it, and, Should have Blood Chiefs the Reacher. Yeah, maybe. Our opponent, must have just drawn the shock, so. Yeah, the Mastermind's Tome isn't in the deck to gain life. It's more to draw cards against control decks. Kind of be a treasure map style effect. I mean, I guess it feels so slow to gain life. Maybe it's still worth it. Flewy, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Would Necromancer be okay as a sideboard card for mono black? Would think removing Torbrand or another card could be pretty big. So, Necromancer's a good card, but it's a good card for answering specific combos. Like, it's not a card I think, ever bring in against mono red. It's one of those cards that it feels like it can do a lot. And it can in some situations, but I think unless you are answering a specific combo piece, it's usually not worth it. Because if your opponent doesn't have a one of the cards you name in hand, you're kind of 1-for-0ing yourself, so you're kind of like losing card advantage. So that's something to keep in mind. But against like Fires of Invention, Wilderness Rex, those type of decks that are reliant on one specific card to win the game, then it's very solid. Well, land Shade. Go attacking. Can we rethink this sideboard? Yeah, I mean, if you got sideboard suggestions, I'm definitely open to it. Submitted a few fish mail questions. Hope you guys are a few of them. Ooh, I will take about Kyoshu. I haven't actually. Oh, I wish we had land. I haven't actually seen them yet, but I will make sure to check them out. Get down the Scourge. This does seem like a decent Scourge matchup. Opponent plays land. Grows the Hellhound. And Royal Eruption gets in. I go to combat. Attack ya. Scourge. And yeah, let's just play it tapped. We could grow the Scourge, but I don't think we need to. I mean, a 6/6 is still pretty big. Opponent Hellhound. Annex. That is a aggressive attack. We'll block the Hellhound. Tag 1. I guess our opponent gets a replacement is what they're thinking. Ooh, that's interesting. Well, murder Annex. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. Game. All right, Scourge of the Skyclave. Woo! All right, Scourge is okay. Scourge is sweet. Yes, you are always welcome to post deck lists here. Okay. Hey, what's up, Genarian? How are you tonight? Yeah, Scourge actually does seem pretty sweet. Do we actually... I feel like Tome's just too slow. I feel like it's just too slow. It's so many turns to actually gain 4 life with it. Yeah, Drana's also probably too slow. So I guess I can see... Although, more Grasp of Darknesses might just be even better. Drana is pretty slow, and it dies to the 4 damage removal spell. Yeah, we're just going to go Grasps. I think Tome is too slow, especially on the draw. Maybe if we were on the play. Building a Grakma commander deck. Any recommendations for good cards? I was thinking BFZ Drana. Ooh. So, my first thought would be... I think we keep this. I like Nighthawk Scavenger a lot. We have a removal spell. Little Landlight, but hopefully that's okay. My first thought would be going with +1/+1 counter synergies. I guess you could also build some sort of like aristocrat sacrifice deck. Could also be interesting. Opponent mulligans, says good game. Has Fervent Champion, gets an Itzis. Well, Aghanim's Awakening, tapped. Yeah, we're just gonna kill it. Keep it off the battlefield. The pass the turn. I meant to share an update to my Brash Taunter list post-rotation. Gideon Sacrifice is gone, but the deck lives on. Ooh. Ooh, opponent's got the Robber. Ooh, and steals our Grasp. Uh-oh. That's actually super, super awkward. That is the worst way this could go. All right, we'll play the Shade. Oh, no. Maybe we punted. Maybe we should have played that differently. Opponent, land. And another Annex. And gets in with Robber. Steals another Grasp. Well, play the land. Rankle. Go attacking. Wow. Opponent sacks the Annex. I can't believe we're going to lose this. I cannot believe we're going to lose this. But with our opponent having stole these 2 grass, our opponent's hit immaculately with this Robber of the Rich. And that is what is going to lose us this game. Oh, that's so brutal. So brutal. All right, that's exactly what we needed. Okay. Do we just do this now? Yeah, let's just kill it. So, okay, that's what we needed. With that gone, now we can play Nighthawk Scavengers and not lose them to our own removal. And Nighthawk Scavengers, okay, there's Embercleave, but it's not a great Embercleave. Opponent does hit us down to 6, but we get to play Nighthawk Scavenger. Pass the turn. Yeah, Gideon's Taunting looks sweet. Brash Taunter is definitely a sweet card to build around. Opponent getting in. Well, we will block. Does our opponent top deck? You gotta be kidding me. Seriously? Seriously, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, so we will play the land. And we will... play Nighthawk Scavenger. Play the Shade from the graveyard. Pass the turn. Opponent top decks the win again. Wow. They drew the Castle Empress, so we don't gain any life, and that's the game. Wow! Opponent went like rudder. Just a mind-blowing... Yeah, that does it. Wow! So I think if we do that again, we win that match literally like 99 out of 100. But our opponent just ran godlike there. Oh my goodness, that was some running. All right, well, on to the next one. I mean, our opponent stole 2 Grasp of Darknesses in a row that they would have lost to with Robber of the Rich, rather than things that didn't do anything. Then they top decked the way to beat the first Nighthawk Scavenger with 1 top deck. Then they top decked a way to beat the second one. That was one of the most insane strings of top decking I've seen in a long time. But that's Magic. That's why you play the games. All right, on to the next one. Pestilent Hatred Extinction on the board. I think the thing is that I don't know. I think it really depends on the meta. Well, I mean, maybe this is another mono red player. So somehow we've played 2 mono red decks in a row, which is interesting. Maybe the metagame is starting to change. I don't know. Earlier today, I was playing roughly like 65 to 70% Omnath decks. So that is what we're kind of based on trying to be. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe people are just playing budget decks because they don't have the wild cards for Omnath or something. That would be they have most of this from before rotation, something along those lines. That's another possibility. All the Omnath decks are already in Mythic. That could be as well. Well, Run Out Thieves Guild Enforcer. Well, we get a chance to redeem ourselves. We did lose the die roll, but hard to imagine that this mono red deck will have quite as much top deck-ing as the last one. I'll play Predation. Go. Opponent runs out Bone Crusher Giant, goes to combat, gets in, hits us down to 17. Sure. Play the land, pass the turn. Land for about it. Well, murder Bone Crusher. This is a lot of damage, but get rid of Bone Crusher. Opponent pretty obviously has Cleave in hand. Scourge, I mean, I guess we'll see. It felt really good last match whenever we drew it. Opponent. We got 1 card in the... Alright, they have a Torbrand. Apply the land, play Liliana.
I'm looking for new
Kill
members.
Fervent
Care
Champion.
to volunteer?
Pass the turn. I feel Scourge is better in Rakdos stacks or in the board for aggro mirrors. Rakdos stacks have access to Vortex and Bird that actually realistically lowers both life totals. Opponent, another Fervent Champion. Yeah, but like Vortex is just so bad. Right? I mean, I did watch Crib's video today. Maybe it's better than I think. I would assume that Vortex, unless you have additional shenanigans, is not a card you can really play, but maybe I'm wrong. Wildfire Arbiter. Ooh, let me see, Matt. Regeklo. Boda. How's that, Brickleaf? Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I assume we're dead, right? Yeah. Okay. Sure. Well, one thing I know about Mono Red is if you run into it, you definitely don't want to lose a die roll. Cleansing Wildfire Boros. I mean, Cleansing Wildfire is definitely sweet with Leonin Arbiter. That is for sure. Alright, so we will do a little trim in, bring in the Grasp of Darknesses, so our opponent can steal them with Robber of the Rich, of course. And run it back, being on the play this time. Hey, happy birthday, Butters! Hopefully it's been a good birthday. How about the new 2-mana removal? But I do think Rakdos, yeah, Mono Red doesn't necessarily... I feel like we said this about several decks today, but... if your deck is strong enough, you definitely don't have to play it 100% to win a lot. Really? That's a brutal... Yeah, I mean, we can't... Magic Gods, come on now. And we will scoop it up. Oh, cursed! So, apparently, like Space Jam, our opponents have stole all of our powers. And they, and there goes Arena, a little crashy. I think the first hand was super bad against Mono Red because it was all creatures that can't block and get stoneballed by a 1/1 first striker. So, yeah, so they get stonewalled by a 1/1 first striker, which are things that are in the red deck. And then they also can't block, so we get run over by all the red cards. I don't know why. Oh, no. Well, this might be the end of the stream, I guess. You can't really restart Arena, and this is going to take 15, 20 minutes. Oh, well, maybe it's it might be a quicker end to the stream than I had planned. Yeah, Arena does this quite a bit. Oh, I don't know. Arena's got its issues. Should have stuck with Mill. Well, the good news is maybe we'll make it a little shorter night tonight for a couple of reasons. One is we can come back to the black deck again with a little bit more tuning. Another is, I don't know if this is something anyone's interested in, but this is also the first presidential debate tonight, so if that's something that interests you, I kind of want to watch it and see what it's about, so I don't know. If that's something that interests you, I think that's starting in a little bit. So, I think maybe we just call it a short night tonight. Also, the other reason I think it's okay is we got our bonus stream on Friday to play Among Us. So we'll be back on Thursday and on Friday this week. Should do longer streams. You think so, Sarek? I mean, the challenge is it would be much easier, I think, if I was just a streamer. If I just did streams, it would be easy. On the other hand, with all the YouTube content and so forth, it's a little bit harder. So, all right. So I know a little shorter than normal. Blame Arena. It's Arena's fault. But We will be back on Thursday. Reminders, quick reminders, Replay YouTube. That's where you'd find all your old streams. Normal YouTube, tons of stuff coming up on there as well. Check that out. Our sponsor, again, shout out to them, Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Maybe. Let's see. Uh-oh. Yeah, the computer doesn't like Arena doing that thing all the time. CardKingdom.com, even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker, and we're gonna raid someone. So stick around for a sweet raid. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. Y'all are super awesome, amazing. I definitely appreciate it. Sorry we ended a little earlier than normal tonight, but sometimes it happens. So we'll be back Thursday, 6 Eastern for more fun, and then Friday for Among Us. So until then, everyone, seriously, I love you all. Elikaz, El something like that. Have a wonderful night, everyone. I appreciate you all. Have a good Wednesday. I'll see you Thursday. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon.